everyone, I'm Laura and this is Go Simply. Today, my cat's going to run into the middle of the workout video because she's excited. We are going to do a mat workout for healthy back. So all of these exercises are going to focus on strengthening and stretching the back so that we can protect it through the lifetime. If you like that kind of a workout, or if you like being surprised by animals jumping in, give me a thumbs up. Okay, so we're just going to get started right in today with a little bit of a warm-up. So we're just going to do some torso rotations here. I think Boot has a very healthy back. As you can see, she has a great range of motion and she loves to lie on her back. She may be joining us today. She's purring. I don't know if you can hear her. Okay, so let's just do 2 more of these. Okay, and then I'm just going to turn to face a little bit more forward. Then just put your arm out to the side and just do a slow reach over to one side. And then a slow reach over to the other. And one more time this way. And then back to the other. And then I'm going to turn this way so that you can see. Can I have some room, Boot? And we're just going to walk out a little bit. And when you get out there, slowly roll it back up until you're sitting nice and tall. And then walk out again. And roll that back up. And we'll do that one more time. Roll that up to sit. Okay, that's excellent. You can do another couple little shoulder rolls here. Sort of loosen up those shoulders, and then a few forward, and then we'll get started. Okay, so we're going to be down on our mat, and so we're going to roll over onto our hands and knees here. And we're just going to start with a cat-cow. So we're going to arch that back and look up, and then we're going to really pull those abdominals in, pull up, and get that back arched up. Hi, sweetheart. Are you going to show cat back so they have an even better example? You're better than me. I'm going to be covered in kitty hair. Yes, and Boot is going to join us here. She loves when I do mat workouts. I don't love it when I do mat workouts because as lovely as she is, I have to watch out that I don't squish her, and it can make my workout a little bit more interesting. So keep moving through this, and you can take a break and you can sort of wiggle your hips a bit if that feels good, sort of reset, and then come back. And you'll notice we don't have a timer. We're not trying to get a certain number of repetitions done in here or whatever. We're just working through. Think of it sort of like a free flow back workout. Free flow mobility. Okay, and now we're going to stay on our hands and knees and we're going to do a bird dog. So that's where we reach opposite arm and leg and then bring it back to the quadruped position, which is just hands and knees. Okay, and if that feels like too much for today, you can always go one at a time. So one arm and then the other arm and then one leg and then the other leg. Okay, so I'll show that one more time. You don't have to do both at the same time, though it is excellent work for your back. If you're not feeling it today, that's okay. And of course, the full bird dog is doing both. So keep going with that. We'll do this for a little bit. It seems that Boot has decided that something else is more exciting, so that's probably for the best for us to get our workout done. Alright, so back health is something that is so important, and yet we don't often think about it until we've done something to our back, and then we're like, oh my goodness. So they're not muscles that we see when we look in the mirror, so we don't focus on them. We focus on things that you can see when you look at yourself, so your abs and your arms, because, you know, people don't want to have I hear women call them their flag flapping arms. That's really nasty to ourselves, isn't it? But you know, or we want our thighs to be nice and slim, but we don't often think about our back. Okay, so let's pause here and come all the way down. So just take your time and lower yourself. We're going to do some swimmers. So we're going to have arms and legs out straight, and you're just going to, again, opposite arm and opposite leg, but now we're totally flat. So it is definitely a longer lever, and it is more challenging on the back. So if that's more than you're feeling today, or if you feel like anything's pinching or hurting, then you can do just arms. You don't even have to do legs at all. Or again, you can do arm, arm, leg, leg, and just break it down. And do it in a more slow fashion. That's just fine. And if this is a move you've done regularly, and everything's feeling great, then you can put them together. You can even try hovering arms and legs off so that they never touch the mat if your back is nice and strong. When we injure our back, it takes a long time to recover, and it affects everything. It affects your sleep. It affects your ability to walk, your ability to sit, to just even get comfortable on a couch. It's such a horrible feeling. And we obviously can't prevent all back injury, but we can certainly help by making sure that our back is strong and healthy. So these moves, while, you know, we're sitting here thinking, but I'm not lifting a lot of weight, my heart rate's not getting super up. No, it's not. You're right. But doing these moves will keep you strong so that you can do all of those other types of exercises. And really, I should be keeping my head looking down at the mat all the time. So I'm going to try not to turn my head towards you, even though I feel rude when I don't look at you when I talk. Okay, so let's take a break from this. We've done that for a while. And we're going to come up into a plank and add a reach. So push yourself up into a push-up position. Now, you can do this from your knees or from your toes. I'll show you both. So we're simply going to reach one arm out while holding the plank, and then the other. So you're welcome to stay here on your knees. Or, if you're feeling strong, you can take it up to your toes. And just keep reaching. So you'll notice we're probably, with some of these, we're probably getting close to 50 seconds of work here. And that's just fine. Some of them might only be, 40. That's okay. We don't have a timer set today. And if you get tired, you can go back to those knees. You can do some up, some down. It actually works the abs when you transition between knees to toes. So it's a little bit of extra secret work in there if you wanted. And we're going to go back to our hands and knees after this. So let's do just a few more here. Let's do, how about 3 more on each side now? So we'll go 1. You got to do both sides. And 2. And 1 more on each side. Excellent. And then let's drop it down to our knees. And we're going to do a shoulder pull through. So I'm going to lift my arm up to the ceiling, follow it with my eyes, and then pull it through underneath me. And we're just going to move through this range of motion. And so you've got your abs pulled in tight, and the arm that's on the mat is actually getting quite a little workout. It's like doing a push-up each time. So it's definitely getting some work. Hey, Boo. So we'll do maybe about 3 more on this side. And so 2 more. Let's do one last one here, and then we're going to switch to the other side. So now I'm going to raise my other arm up to the ceiling and follow it with my eyes, and then pull it through. So my abdominals are definitely getting some work here, as are my obliques. My lower back is getting some work, and my upper back through my shoulders. Actually, the mid back is getting it too. The whole back is getting a lot of work right here. And again, we're not doing this super fast. definitely working through. Okay, let's do 3 more on this side. Then we're going to roll over onto our backs. This is number 2. And let's do 1 more. There. Great job. So let's roll back onto your bottom. And then you can use your hands and your abdominals to support yourself all the way down on the mat. We're going to bring our legs up into tabletop and our arms overhead, and we're going to do dead bug. So opposite arm and leg, so it's like a bird dog, but lying down on your back now. So this is definitely also engaging those deep core abdominal muscles. The reason we do that is because those core abdominal muscles help to support the spine, especially the lower spine, where a lot of injuries occur. So we want to make sure that they are tight, or not tight, that they are strong. No part of our body works in isolation. They all depend on one another. And so your spine is simply like a chain, and it's going to be much more susceptible to injury wherever it is weakest. And if that is in your pelvic area, so your pelvic floor, or the abdominals that are, lower down, or they're not supported on the side from the obliques, then that's where an injury is going to occur. Again, upper spine, then we're looking at, we also need to make sure that the chest is nice and strong. So, all the way through, you have to think of the opposing muscle group and what also needs to be strong so that you can make sure that the back stays healthy. So let's do 4 more of these. Let's go 1. I got you both sides. And 2. And then we're going to do some side planks. This is number 3. And 1 more each side. Excellent. So you can just roll on and get yourself sort of pushed into position. And we're going to hold a side plank. We'll do both sides, doesn't matter which side you're on. And you can either go up on your knees like this, or you can straighten those legs and go full out. And we're just going to hold it. We're going to hold it for let's try for 30 seconds. We'll try for about 30 seconds here, or as close to 30 seconds as I can get without a timer. And then we will definitely get the other side. So again, we're working now through the obliques to help support our mid back. Okay, I think that's about 30. That's pretty good anyways, and then we can flip around and get the other side. We'll get this all set up. So again, make sure that shoulder is right underneath, and you can push up. Again, you can do the full plank. You can do 1 knee down. You can do both knees down. Whatever works for you. That's just fine. You'll have to let me know in the comments below if you have ever injured your back. And if you have, if you'd like to never have that happen again. So, and by, back injury, okay, that's pretty good. I obviously don't mean something very serious where you ended up paraplegic. Obviously, you wouldn't want that to happen again. I'm talking about, you throw your back out and you're in bed for a week. And if you never want that to happen again, I didn't mean to make that sound like I wasn't caring of those who have had to deal with a lot more in life than I have. So last up, we're going to we're going to do a Superman, Superwoman, whatever you want to call it. So you can either just lift the upper body, or if you're feeling really strong, you can do both the upper body and the lower body and get the whole spine involved. And if you need a little support, you can definitely, use your hands to help at first. And you can always do just the upper body and then take a break and do just the lower body. They're both important. They're working different sections of the spine. And again, if you can, we'll do both. So I know that I have only hurt my back once, and that was enough for me to make sure that I took much better care of my back. I also have osteoporosis in my family, and my mother has definitely a curved spine at the top, and so I focus very much on posture to see if I can hopefully prevent it, and if not prevent it, at least make it less severe. Okay, so let's do 4 more of these, and 3 more, and 2 more, and last one here. Excellent job. So let's push ourselves back into a child's pose here and just do a few little stretches to say thank you to that back and loosen it up again before we go about the rest of our day. So you can just rest back here for just a moment. It's nice to just lie here. Well, I guess it's sort of lying. Just rest your head. And then you can walk your arms sort of off to one side a little bit. Sort of get a stretch through the side as well as the lower back there. And then you can move those arms off to the other side. Excellent. And then you can push yourself up, and I know we did this as an exercise, but you can just take a nice slow sort of cow again. Wiggle those hips around. Just give it a little stretch out. Excellent. And then I'm going to come and I'm going to sit on my mat. And I'm going to take just a little bit of a twist to one side. I'm going to use my elbow against my knee as a bit of leverage here. Also, I can really feel that on my upper back. It's very nice through my shoulders there. It's quite lovely. I hadn't actually realized I had any tightness there, so it's really good. And then we will just twist off to the other side a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to that sort of walk down again like we did in the beginning. So I'm just going to sit cross-legged here. I'm just going to walk my hands out. Give a little forward stretch. And then slowly roll that out. And I'm going to do that one more time. Shoulders down. Walk forward. Just hold that for a moment. And slide that back up vertebrae by vertebrae. Push those shoulders back. Take a couple of shoulder shrugs here. Great job, everyone. If you finish this, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you want to see next. And I hope you have a wonderful day.